Joe, how important was it for you guys to establish the run and continue that throughout the game?
Yeah, we were challenged early in the week that was just going to be a game we want to run the ball, and being able to go out there as an offensive line and play as a unit and run the ball like we did, it's just so much fun, and to be able to send our seniors out, especially the offensive linemen, with a win like that, running the ball, nothing better.
Yeah, speaking of those seniors, how can you describe the impact that Jarrett Patterson and Josh Lugg have had on you as a player?
Yeah, just their leadership, their understanding of the game, and they setting the standard day in and day out, practice, how we prepare and how we go into games, and them teaching us the ways to play our best football on game day. I mean, their leadership there has been amazing.
Front row all the way on your right, Pete Sampson.
Joe, was there anything you would put down to like the team sort of like playing independent of its opponent? Like you didn't have to get up for Clemson necessarily, but for Boston College, you have to sort of bring your own energy a little bit. Like why do you think you guys were able to sort of put it together that way tonight?
I think it's always in our preparation. I think every week we set the standard of preparation. I think for us this week, we want to send our seniors out the right way, and I think we prepared that way all week, and we were able to go out and perform that way today, and it was great to send them out that way.
Back to your left, second row, Kyle Kelly.
Hey, Joe. We're sitting here listening to Marcus Freeman talk about the program's responsibility to protect their quarterback. And with you as a left tackle, how much emphasis do you put on that in your game, and what's like that mentality and focus like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I put definitely a lot of focus on it, and I think that comes in the film room and preparation in the week, and seeing the looks throughout the week, and watching the film on how I'm going to block the looks, and watching how they're going to run them, and put a lot of emphasis on that. The whole line does, and how we're going to play together and block them. And yeah, the overall emphasis is focus on that. That's very important. But there's also the run game, so you got to put equal emphasis on both. But protecting our quarterback, like Coach said, is utmost importance.
And then kind of following up on Josh Lugg and Jarrett Patterson, like how much have they led the way in that sort of mindset of protecting the quarterback as like leaders in this program?
Yeah, I think the way they play, how they play the game, and how they prepare every week, they show us what the standard is and how we're supposed to do it. So it's not very hard after practice to go watch film and watch them do it day in and day out, and that's what we all want to do. So we just follow their lead.
Second row, middle right, Mike Bernardino.
Minnesota guy, probably been in a few snow games and a few cold games. What's the coldest or what did this remind you of today?
Yeah, this one reminded me of the Pee Wee days, 8th grade. We had one. I think it was 0 with the wind chill. But back then you could wear sleeves, so that was a little bit different. But today was up there. It was cold, but I think growing up in Minnesota, I was pretty used to it.
And Coach Freeman talked about he didn't want cold, tough guys. He wanted warm, tough guys, but a lot of guys still doing the sleeveless thing.
Yeah.
To speak to that, I guess, what kind of conversation were there amongst you guys about how to dress?
Yeah, for us offensive linemen, it's never going to be sleeves. So we just knew we weren't going in sleeve. We were just going to prepare for the cold. And I think being outside 2 to 3 days this week, it being cold, we prepared ourselves. We knew what it was going to be like, and I think it's also just a mindset. It's going to be cold. It's cold for everybody, but we don't want to have that affect our play. We want to focus on the game. The cold's going to be there. It's cold there for everybody, but let's just put that out of our head and let's go play.
Down in front on your left, Tyler Worka.
I'm not sure if you were in here when Marcus was talking about the rushing yards total, but so you do know the number.
I think it was 281, 289, something like that.
Yeah. How much of a sense of pride is that for an offensive line? Like, do you guys talk about that? Be like, yeah, we paved the way for that. We were a part of that. And to see a number like that, what does it mean to you guys?
Yeah, I think for us, just going into this week, it was how are we going to send our seniors out right, and we prepared all week. We knew, challenge to run the ball every week, so I think being able to go out and put up a number like that for our seniors, especially our senior offensive linemen, send them out on the right foot at Notre Dame Stadium, it was so much fun for us as a group, and I think it was even better for those seniors.
And then last one on your right, second row, Angelo DiCarlo.
Joe, you talk about playing in the cold and the snow, but just what about the memory that this game will provide of doing that at Notre Dame Stadium on a senior day, snowy game? How special was this tonight in that regard?
Yeah, it was weird. It was either a timeout or something in the third quarter. It was blizzard out there, and being able to be out there with the offensive linemen, my teammates, my brothers, it's a memory that I think I'll be able to flash back to the rest of my life, and just being out there with them, having so much fun playing the game the right way, and to do it for them on, their last game in Notre Dame Stadium in the snow and the cold was such an experience, and it'll be a memory for me for life.
And can you put in perspective the growth that the offensive line and the team as a whole has made since your first game at Notre Dame Stadium this year? Obviously, a loss to Marshall to the way you guys had a dominating performance today.
Yeah, I think for us as the offensive line, just playing together and preparing every week to go out and do that. And I think this week and every week our preparation has gotten a little bit better, a little bit better, and a little bit better. And I think that showed today. And I think we were on our game plan as best we possibly could have been as an offensive line, playing together and going out there and rushing for the yards we did and playing the way we did. I think it all was in our preparation. I think it's been building throughout the entire season.